Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for Chapter 2, Economics, Part 6, People as Resource. In this video, we are going to discuss the question answer of the chapter. The first question is, what do you understand by people as a resource? And the answer is, people can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill, and technology to do so. This is why human beings are considered a resource. It is the abilities of human beings which help in transferring a physical material into a valuable resource. People as a resource is a way of referring to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. The idea of people as a resource is linked to the concept of human capital, that is, the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in a population. Any production of goods and services requires the presence of the four factors of production, namely land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. The knowledge and enterprise provided by the human capital puts together the other three factors to produce an output. Population becomes an asset instead of a liability when investments are made in the form of education, training, and medical care. Second question is, how is human resource different from other resources like land and physical capital? Answer is, human resource makes use of other resources like land and physical capital to produce an output. The other resources cannot become useful on their own. This is the reason why human resource is considered to be superior to the other resources. Next question is, what is the role of education in human capital formation? And the answer is, human capital refers to the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in a population. Proper education and training enable the formation of this human capital. An educated population is an asset or resource. In contrast to the uneducated and untrained, educated individuals make efficient use of the available resources and opportunities. Education and skill are the major determinants of the earning of any individual in the market. Education enhances the quality and quantity of individual productivity, which in turn adds to the growth of the economy. Aware of the benefits of education, educated persons help in its perpetuation. The advantages of an educated population spread to even those who themselves are not educated. Hence, educated people benefit the society as a whole. Thus, education plays the role of a catalyst in transforming a human being into a positive asset and a precious national resource. Next question is, what is the role of health in human capital formation? The answer is, human capital refers to the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in a population. This skill and productive knowledge is provided with the help of proper education and training. However, the benefits of education alone do not lead to creation of human capital. A human population which is educated but unhealthy cannot realize its potential. An unhealthy population is a liability and not an asset. Hence, health is an indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being. Next question is, what part does health play in the individual's working life? The answer is, the health of an individual helps him to realize his potential and also gives him the ability to fight illness. An unhealthy individual is a liability to his place of work. The health of a person is directly related to his efficiency. As compared to an unhealthy individual, a healthy person can work more efficiently and with greater productivity. Next question is, what are the various activities undertaken in the primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector? And the answer is, primary sector comprises activities related to the extraction and production of natural resources. Agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming, mining, and quarrying are the activities undertaken in this sector. Secondary sector comprises activities related to the processing of natural resources. Manufacturing is included in this sector. Tertiary sector comprises activities that provide support to the primary and secondary sectors through various services. Trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, tourism, insurance, etc. are examples of tertiary activities. Next question is, what is the difference between economic activities and non-economic activities? And the answer is, activities that add value to the national income are called economic activities. These have two parts: market activities, production for pay or profit, and non-market activities, production for self-consumption. Non-economic activities are the ones that do not add to the national income. For example, an individual performing domestic chores. Next question is, why are women employed in low paid work? And the answer is, education and skill are the major determinants of the earning of any individual in the market. Due to gender discrimination, women are generally denied the education and the necessary skills to become worthy contributors to the national income. As a result, a majority of women have meager education and low skill formation. This is one of the reasons why they get paid less than men. Also, the perpetuation of gender prejudices, such as a woman cannot do as much physical work as a man, put women at a disadvantage. Next question is, what is the role of health in human capital formation? The answer is, human capital refers to the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in a population. This skill and productive knowledge is provided with the help of proper education and training. However, the benefits of education alone do not lead to creation of human capital. A human population which is educated but unhealthy. Next question is, what is the difference between disguised unemployment and seasonal unemployment? And the answer is, disguised unemployment. In case of disguised unemployment, people appear to be employed but are actually not employed. Sometimes in agricultural families, 8 people are working in the farm, whereas only 5 people are needed to do that work. Thus, 3 persons are surplus and they are not needed on the farm. They also do not help to increase the production of the farm. Third, if these 3 extra persons are removed from the farm, the production from the farm will not decrease. Therefore, these 3 persons appear to be employed but are actually disguisedly unemployed. Seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment happens when people are not able to find jobs during some months of the year. People depend upon agriculture usually face such kind of problem. There are certain busy seasons when sowing, harvesting, weeding and threshing is done. But when the plants are growing, there is not much work. During this period, they remain unemployed and are said to be seasonally unemployed. Next question is, why are educated unemployed a peculiar problem of India? And the answer is, if disguised unemployment characterizes rural India Educated unemployment is a peculiar problem for urban India. This is the situation wherein a number of youth with matriculation, graduation and post-graduation degrees are not able to find suitable jobs. The educated system is such that even after about 18 years of education, a person will be termed as unskilled. What this does is that a large number of unskilled educated youth get churned out of educational institutions year after year. But only a fraction of them are able to find suitable jobs. Among the remaining, some remain unemployed while others get employed in activities that seem inadequate as per their potential. This in turn leads to the wastage of the huge amounts of resources that had been spent on educating them. Next question is, can you suggest some measures in the education system to mitigate the problem of the educated unemployed? And the answer is, measures in the education system to mitigate the problem of the educated unemployed are as mentioned below. Make education at the secondary level more career oriented, which would endow individuals with not only education but also the requisite skills of gaining successful unemployment. B. Create a sort of screening process whereby each individual chooses subjects that suit his or her abilities. C. The introduction of newer subjects and fields of study at the school level should be accompanied by a growth of job opportunities in the sectors that would employ the students electing to study such subjects. Next question is, which capital would you consider the best? Land, labor, physical capital and human capital. Why? And the answer is, human capital makes use of the other resources like land, labor and physical capital to produce an output. The other resources cannot become useful on their own. Hence, human capital may well be considered the best among all the resources. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.